Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich with me, Alpha Omega, in German Empire. So in the last episode we actually got pulled into a war against India and, not only us, but the entire Middle Europa Pact, or Middle Europa, I guess that's the official name. But considering how many units there already are involved, I mean, Ukraine is involved, but, Sweden. The ones that matter, though, is the Dutch East Indies and, where is it? German East Asia. Because they got 29 divisions among themselves, while the enemy has something like 10, maybe. So they should be able to crush this uprising fairly easily. I think we are going to help. We're going to send an expeditionary force, but I'm not entirely sure how we're going to handle it, to be quite honest. I was thinking of sending the entire 5th Panzer Army, because, we will have 7 divisions there, and once that is happening, we could probably pretty easily squash the enemy. But then I noticed that most of these are mountainous areas and jungles. I don't really think that tanks are really good for that, but I'm not entirely sure that infantry would be much better. Now this really would be a good task for special forces like mountaineers, but considering we have none, I'm really torn between sending some infantry troops or sending the actual Panzer Army. So we will have to see and decide based on what there's going to happen. Before we unpause the game, though, I was actually asked in the comments on episode 7 to rename our Aufklärungsgruppe, because they are 4th, 5th, and 6th, and doesn't really make that much sense. So let's rename them to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, as was requested. I kind of, missed that when I was renaming the units, so let's do that right now and have it done. Cool, so sorry about it taking so long. I actually pre-recorded quite a lot of episodes, so even though episode 7 went up today, I'm recording on the same day this episode, so I'm about, wow, if that's episode 7, I'm about 7 days ahead of you guys. Oh, interesting. Anyway, we have to decide on that. Other than that, we are going to continue with the Pack 2. We do have set up for continuous development of our industries, so that is good. We are going to switch to the 1-to-1 scheme from now on, because we still are building a ton of civilian factories, and we cannot keep up with the military factories. And we really need to get more production if we want to turn our infantry units into a better fighting force. So that has to happen. We also should probably start training some new 1948 infantry divisions, but I'm pretty sure we do not have enough equipment. At this point, that means we're already going to be really short on 76 total anti-tank and 54 total anti-air. But I'm gonna shadow another unit. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this and continuously improve the production of what we're missing. So that is... okay, it's infantry equipment. We need more of that. But we also need more anti-tank and anti-air. We currently have how many factories coming? We have 2 military factories coming. We'll have 2 more in here. So that's 4 extra. I think I can put 2 on infantry equipment and then 1 on anti-air and 1 on anti-tank. Yeah, the heavy tanks are being worked on, so that is pretty good. And I know that we actually discussed that we will change the production of the Panzer Eins. I was thinking what to do with it, to be quite honest, because there is a lot of things that we can do here, but the biggest advantage of this tank is that it's so cheap. But if we change it, I would probably change it to the automatic cannon, which would give us quite a lot of soft attack, less piercing than if we went with a small cannon or high velocity cannon. Actually, I think we're gonna go with the high velocity cannon though. That one seems way better. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, with the piercing and hard attack, yeah, it's much better than the small cannon. Okay, that is an oversight on my side. And I was thinking that since we do have radio, we could put... If we put a small cannon there, we can put a secondary small cannon. We can put a vat ammunition storage to keep the reliability high, and we could probably put up smoke launchers, for example, or an additional machine gun to make defense slightly higher. But smoke launchers would do the same thing: 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 defense and 1 breakthrough, and you give 2 defense and 1 soft attack. Okay, so that is assault armor is not what we want. Breakthrough is already high. Let's go for an additional machine gun. Okay, so we're gonna have it like this. We retain the reliability. Soft attack goes up by well, soft attack doubles. Hard attack, wow, is higher 14 times. Piercing is higher 12 times. Breakthrough increases by half. No, actually it doubles. And defense doubles, okay. But it costs way more than it did. The tank originally cost less than 1/2 of the current production cost. But we can still convert the older tanks. So I think I'm going to do that. And we're going to call this SP Panzer 1 Ausführung B1. Actually, you know what? I think we could call this Panzer 2, because this is such a major change to the tank that I think we're gonna do it like this. And we can convert, ironically, the tanks that we have. It's gonna be slightly cheaper than building completely new ones. So let's do that. And instead of 3.74 per week, we can make 4.73, and that will require more factories, definitely. But we'll make these tanks, and they are going to be better, way better than the ones that we have, even for the heavy tanks. So now when we look at the Heer Panzerwagen 2 and the new tank, you have the same defense. Breakthrough is almost... Actually, how much do you cost? Okay, you cost way more. Yeah, it's because of the soft attack. That one is way higher. So is probably the hard attack. No, actually hard attack is lower. That's interesting. Breakthrough is much higher on the heavy tank, and so will armor 50 compared to 10. Yeah, piercing 68 compared to 90. Yeah, so this tank has less attack, less hard attack, but it has more piercing and more armor, and has more soft attack. So pretty cool, and they're gonna be working together. And remember, we are gonna start using these ones as scouts for some of our units. So that's a good result there, and I think, yep, we got the next Zerstörer 1934 finished. So why did we put that one on? Okay, I think now we can put you on the second Schlachtgeschwader. Okay, mounted forces are still in transfer missing equipment production. Okay, and we have low manpower. That's not something that we don't know about. So you guys... I wonder, are you sending help? Yeah, you are. Okay, cool. Yep. And who is this? Okay, Dutch East Indies, they're moving their troops in. Cool. Cool. So what's going on here? I'm hoping that they are going to finish this, but it looks like, yeah, they're breaking through. They're breaking through and they're gonna destroy the Socialist Republic of Italy. That is amazing. Good job there. Good job there. How much are we missing still? 126 towed anti-tank and 79 towed anti-air. So let me check how long that's gonna take. 73 days and 63 days. Okay, so that's not that bad. Improved fire control system. That is amazing. That's something that we really needed. It's gonna make a huge difference to our ships. Let's see if we can get the active sonar also, because we'll need that for the refits of the Zerstörers. Actually, no, hold on. No, we're gonna put it in. Okay, I wanted to start the light tank research, but no, we're gonna switch that one for interwar artillery. And did you guys actually declare war on Lithuania? Really? Okay. Well, fine. More people will flock to destroying you. I can't really say no to that. And we get you guys back here. So let's attach you to this army. I'm just gonna wait and see how this conflict is going to go before we actually send in someone. I think we could start supplying them though with with weapons and equipment. So let's just send them 500 guns monthly. No, not that much. 20 support equipment, and we're gonna send them 50 cannons. Stuff we have available. Okay, so we finished. Oh, didn't this actually? Okay, that gave us improved small cannon. So tank, hard attack. That's extra piercing. Still, the high velocity one is better. So this will allow us, to research this one way faster. So let's work on getting the 15 cm schwere Feldhaubitze Model 36. The 15 cm schwere Feldhaubitze 36, nicknamed Evergreen, is the basic division level heavy howitzer, serving alongside the smaller but more numerous 10.5 cm cannon 33, which is the one that we had before, right? Yep. The gun originated with a contest between Rheinmetall and Krupp, both of whom entered several designs that were all considered unsatisfactory for one reason or another. In the end, the army decided the solution was to combine the best features of both designs, using the Rheinmetall gun on a Krupp carriage. In 1935, the army drafted a requirement for a lightened version of the gun, which could be towed by a single horse team in one piece, for which a new proposed design from Rheinmetall was selected. So this gives a medium cannon, okay, and a medium howitzer. Soft attack 35, that's actually pretty good. The Dutch East Indies have accepted our army, so we're gonna send them weapons for now, and keep all of our units back at home. Because we want to, we need to replace the stuff that we have. Yeah, they're declaring war on some of our allies. I mean, why the hell not? We've captured a Dutch operative, okay. About you, 47%. Oh, not bad. Did you level up already? No, still level 1, and you are still level 1 as well. So we're missing anti-tank, we're still missing heavy tanks. But it's gonna be done in 92 days. That is pretty cool. And German East Asia wants to provide us with weapons. We don't really need that. No, you're kind, but we don't need that. Keep those weapons for yourselves. Poland is now at war with them. How amazing. His Majesty Cabinet. Wow, you're good when it comes to focus trees, way better than we are. I guess they're faster. Oh, here comes the Pack 2. Awesome, so that's gonna give us 2 extra factories for infantry weapons. Production has increased by 3 guns per day, but that's because the production efficiency has dropped significantly from maximum to 38, so it's gonna increase. And we can now go and get the economic resurgence. Finally, 3 years after Black Monday, our economy is slowly recovering. This can be the time to invest more to further secure our national interests. So we get lowered consumer goods factories by 5%, production efficiency cap increased by 10%, and factory output increased by 10%. That is one of the best focuses that I have ever seen, to be quite honest. We already should be... Yeah, we're at 20%, so this is going to give us additional... What, how many? Required consumer goods factories, 36, so we're going to get... about 10 factories. Jesus, yeah, we're doing really good. I think it might be time to start working on some synthetic factories. And you know what, you guys can start the drilling, because we're really not using the fuel that we have. And so could our other wings, couldn't they? Yeah. Let's send you to drill. We need to start focusing on air as well, because those are some areas that I have neglected significantly. I mean, we're getting fighters, so that is good. We have a lot of close air support, so I should probably deploy those, because they're not doing us any good if they stay grounded. So let's deploy 200 of these and have them drill as well. Agility is not bad. Naval attack, naval targeting. What's your ground attack? 0? Wait, aren't you? Wait, what the hell? Aren't you close air support? How come you have 0 ground attack? That is really weird. Bomb blocks. Ground attack 6. And on... Okay, I guess this gives them a bonus only when they actually do something. So eventually we could just give them... Wait, what was it? The anti-tank cannon, which will lower the agility and speed because it heavily increases the weight. But if I improved the engine, yeah, it's not doing anything. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that this design is viable, because that is really weird. Uprising in Poland. It turns out that the Poles have arranged massive protests against the king and his royal government. This mass movement of workers and peasants has arranged protests and strikes in nearly every Polish city, and their rhetoric is increasingly hostile towards us and the king. While they have yet to fire the first shot, we have no guarantee of their peaceful intentions. After all, there are many socialist rabble-rousers among them. Even worse, the protests have spread to the Prussian side of the border as well, culminating in the peasant march to Posen. Though this is surely just bravado, Warsaw is asking us for guidance, and should it come to it, our military assistant. Send in the reinforcements, the rabble will not overthrow a Hohenzollern. Okay, let's send them reinforcements. And if they descend into hell, we are going to be ready. Okay, so let's put you on the border here, in case we need you there. Because I would really like to see that we don't, but... Cool, finished yet another factory, so let us shadow a bunch more. And I'm gonna do it on the one-to-one basis, as I mentioned before. India declared war on the Dominion of Liberia. You're attacking everyone. But I'm fairly certain, yep, you are getting ready to capitulate. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Concentrated industry is going to be done in 8 days, which will give us extra 15% factory output, 10% dockyard output. How are we doing on dockyards? After we're done with this one, I'm actually gonna go towards the dockyards focuses because we want to do those. But I'm considering we might actually want to build some naval dockyards as well. Yeah, they're not that expensive. So why don't we actually do that? I think I could build a couple like this. I can shadow a bunch of factories and shadow a bunch of military factories, and we can do it like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and we need 1 more military and 2 more civilian, right? Yeah. So how did I do that? Always naval dockyard, civilian, military, naval, 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 civilian, military. Cool. That actually will last us for quite some time, and it's gonna improve our productions, meaning that we can start thinking about those carriers. Guderian returns from Poland. The officers of the military mission in Poland have returned to Germany, Heinz Guderian chief among them. A small group of Germans were able to smuggle themselves out with the support of a few loyalists as the revolutionaries took over most of the country. Great. Now on German soil, Guderian has vowed to pay back the humiliation and betrayal from the army he had helped to train for years. We should have known. The Clover Revolution. Poland is now at peace with India. Following center-left-led massive protests in Poland against the widely unpopular German monarchy, August IV authorized a plan to crush the protesters by declaring a state of emergency and mobilizing as many army units as possible. Large parts of the army refused to follow the king's orders due to the possibility of being ordered to shoot their countrymen. Faced with constantly emboldening demands, August declared his abdication in a historic radio address, which was followed by widespread celebrations and the declaration of the People's Republic ruled by the central left. So this is syndicalist, right? No, social liberal, but they are going to pay for this. I think we're gonna intervene and destroy them. So let's put you guys, these are planes. So let's actually put you over here. And you guys are going to have a simple war goal, which is actually going to be to take everything. And we have enough force to do that, so it is fine. Concentrated Industry 3 is finished. Amazing job. So I think at this point we can start thinking about the synthetic oil refineries, because those are going to be something that we should look into. But not before we start looking at some of these, because those are engines free and stuff like that. We'll need that, but not right now. No, you know what? Let's do this. Let's start working on synthetic refineries. To reduce dependence on oil, processes to manufacture substitutes from other substances and materials can be researched. Because once this is done, we can, with clear mind, start building synthetic refineries to ensure that we have enough fuel, and more important than more rubber. Because we're extracting this in Ceylon, but if we won't be able to defend Ceylon, then you know what? It really isn't very much anything useful for us. And the Declaration of the Republic of Poland. catastrophe has struck the House of Hohenzollern. A revolution in Poland has overthrown King August IV and declared a republic led by peasants. Many see the revolution as a massive blow to German prestige and will no doubt increase unrest in the east and make us look weak in front of the Russians. And even further humiliation, the newborn Polish Republic is Austrian-backed and may soon join their sphere. Really? The hawks in our government are calling for bold moves, the restoration of the monarchy through force of arms even. More pragmatic statesmen do admit that it would be a wasted effort to prop up another unpopular monarchy in Poland, but the new government could be coerced to accept all the same treaties as the kingdom had. Perhaps it would also be seen as lenience towards the Poles, winning us some hard-needed support there. Well, the question is if this is... well, they do have a decent amount of factories and quite a lot of men. This is outrageous. August IV must be restored. As long as they fulfill their treaties, we will tolerate them. Ignore them. They will beg to join us soon enough. Well, the question is... I wonder... I mean, we are trying to be lenient, and we wanted to show the world that we are at peace. And we also negotiated a treaty with Commune of France and Union of Britain that we are not going to, meddle in foreign affairs. So let's go, as long as they fulfill their treaties, we will tolerate them, because a large-scale occupation of the territory, I mean, that would take manpower, we would get uprisings. We'll see what the negotiation is going to be like. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to end the episode here and start the next one. So, see you then.